These are the things that we believe in. First, that parents have the right to raise their children the way they want. Second, that those we elect to serve us in civil government must respect and defend our right of belief and freedom of religion. Number three, that the laws and policies of civil government must provide for the safety and security of the citizens, especially the vulnerable among us. And number four, that it is inappropriate to heap debt upon the backs of our children and future generations. They came from you. They're your pillars.
Hi, this is Doug Sharp, host of the National Leadership Briefing, and this is the Midweek Touchpoint. Now, this is the Midweek Touchpoint that is taking place 1 week before the week of the National Leadership Briefing. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the National Leadership Briefing, you'll know that on the first Friday of every month, always starting at 1 p.m. Eastern and always for no more than 1 hour, we get together from all across the nation, thousands of Canadians who share your views and values, and we rally around the things that we believe in. In fact, they are 4 pillars that we believe in related to parental authority, right of belief and freedom of religion, protecting the vulnerable, and of course, fiscal stewardship and the importance of lifting that burden of debt off the backs of our children and future generations. So that is when we get together, is on the first Friday of every month. And this week on the National Leadership Briefing's Midweek Touchpoint, I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek as what we're going to be covering on next week's briefing. Now, I do this because I know you're planners out there, all of you, and I know you're going to be weighing attending the briefing to all the other things you've got going on in your life. So I want you to have a fair opportunity to weigh out where you're going to want to be next Friday. Now, the truth is that if you can't make it at the time of the National Leadership Briefing next Friday, if you are registered through the National Leadership Briefing website, you will be counted as present and you will receive a video of the briefing even if you aren't able to attend it. So make sure that you're registered at nlbcanada.ca and you will receive a video of the briefing after the briefing is over, along with all of the resources that we share during our get together. So let me give you the sneak peek as what we're covering next week on the National Leadership Briefing. First of all, we started off last week in last week's Midweek Touchpoint. Remember, we talked about you and the importance of you. Well, you are still on the agenda for the upcoming National Leadership Briefing, and we're going to be talking about you and the importance of what we call your sphere of influence. Now, on the immediate road ahead, we've been talking about the fact that we will be in a federal election, and always we're going to be heading into some kind of election, whether it's a provincial election, a municipal election, or even an election at a school board level. But we're always going to have election before us. So we want to make sure you know the importance of your sphere of influence, the importance of all of the people around you, and how you can capitalize on the placement of yourself in the center of that. And we're going to give you some tactics and strategies on how you can help influence those around you to make the very best choice possible during an election, when you understand, again, that you are the center of a sphere of influence. In fact, the center of influence. So we're going to be talking about that. The next thing we're going to be doing as we continue to prepare for the upcoming election is we're going to be talking about the importance of meeting with not only candidates, but meeting with your existing member of parliament, especially if your member of parliament is running again in the upcoming election, if they're an incumbent, we call it, and they're going to be returning as a candidate and offering their name again to stand for re-election. It's very important that you have tactics and strategies and an understanding as to the best way that you can communicate and connect with your member of parliament in advance or just before a federal election. We're also going to be introducing you to further resources by telling you about a book that is available. And as a matter of fact, we're going to be making it available at a discounted rate through the National Leadership Briefing, a book that you're going to want to have in your possession to help you prepare for the election as well. And then finally, we are going to be talking about something we call bully training here in the National Leadership Briefing Training Center. Bully training is the training that we offer to ensure that as you run into bullies in your life, that you are as well prepared as you could possibly be to actually interact with them, connect with them, and work past them. So we want you to be as effective as you can. If you'll recall, we did some gatekeeper training. This is another person that you are definitely going to be running into on the road ahead. Well, we're now going to continue with bully training and learn how to use some very, very simple tactics and strategies to work through bullies when you run into them on the road ahead. Okay, so I hope that's kind of an advantage to you. I hope you take advantage of it, that you have this in one hand now. All these things are going to be happening on the National Leadership Briefing, and you've got everything else in your life here. So we're hoping you can join us for this next National Leadership Briefing. But again, if you cannot make it at the time of the briefing, please make sure you're registered at nlbcanada.ca to ensure that you get the full video of the briefing and all of the resources we share at that time, and make sure you are kept up to speed and as prepared as you could possibly be for the upcoming election. So thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate this opportunity to serve you on the road to the next election, and I look forward to connecting with you next Friday on the National Leadership Briefing. But for the meantime, though, God bless you, God bless your family, and may God continue to bless this great nation of Canada. Bye for now.
It's time to wake up from our slumber
and stand together, united as one. One family, one body, one church.
We will not walk past the vulnerable.
Say nothing, do nothing, and turn a blind eye.
We are citizens of a great nation.
We are good Samaritans to our neighbors. You are not alone.
We are the largest unified voice in Canada. So we stand united. This is our rally cry. We are Christ to our nation. This is our battle cry. He shall have dominion from sea to sea and from the river unto the ends of the earth. Righteousness will reign. Justice will prevail. We are